Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Dan.
Together we are the Office Blokes.
Yeah,
we are.
True statement. Terrifying road moments caught on camera.
Ooh. Road moments.
Yeah. I know I've said it before, but my theory with the roads is it's weather changes that make people drive like an idiot.
Can be.
If it's been dry for weeks and it rains, people forget how to drive. If the sun comes out for the first time in weeks, no one can drive.
Yeah.
Snow, just and anything that isn't what you've done for the past week, people lose the ability to drive.
I watch a lot of these, and it's not always you that's causing trouble. It's always someone else who drives like a nutcase.
Exactly. Yeah. Do something out of the ordinary, something a bit unexpected. Yeah, you always get them, don't you?
I saw a video on Facebook of a guy weaving through traffic in the States, but he was like not just changing lanes, he was driving like an absolute bellend, undertaking at what looks like 100 miles an hour or so.
Yeah.
And someone changed lanes into, I guess, what would be the slower lane. So he had to slam on and go like that and hit a barrier. No one else was injured, thankfully, but his airbag went off. His car was a write-off.
I'll bet.
But he was driving like a dick.
Don't get that in and out of traffic unless you're being chased by the police.
He was driving like he thought he was on a computer game.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we all like having a bit of fun, but
Yeah.
that was stupid.
In the real world, you just can't do it, can you?
No.
Can't do it.
No.
Let's do this then. Terrifying road moments caught on camera.
From a runaway tire smashing into a parked police cruiser and a massive sinkhole swallowing a massive truck to a massive lava flow completely blocking a coastal highway and much more. Here are 5 terrifying road moments caught on camera. Police dash cameras have captured some crazy incidents over the years, from high-speed chases to heroic rescues. But sometimes they also capture unexpected accidents that officers themselves become a part of. This was the case when a patrol unit monitoring traffic in the 1300 block of Zion Road had a brush with fate. While sitting on their parked vehicle, the officers were taken by surprise when a pickup truck traveling west suddenly lost the wheel. Keep an eye on the middle of the screen. You see the tire bouncing down the road, headed right for the parked cruiser. The tire strikes with a powerful force, completely destroying the windshield.
Wow.
Thankfully, though, the tire was launched away from oncoming traffic. The cruiser sustained significant damage, but both officers and the driver of the truck were unharmed. The incident serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of life and the importance of staying alert even when it seems like nothing is happening. About an hour south of Boston, you'll find the city of Brockton, Massachusetts. It was a rainy night back in October of 2021. A nor'easter was pounding the area, leading to widespread flooding and power outages. One man happened to be in the right place at the right time to capture a transformer exploding.
Oh yeah. The fire department's on their way. Oh shit!
Jeez.
It's not every day you see the power lines above you burning and exploding. Perhaps our cameraman was a bit too close to the action, but he wasn't lying when he said the fire department was on their way. Not long after, crews arrived to begin assessing the situation. They get water from a nearby hydrant and hopefully get power shut off to the rest of the lines. Harry Green Jr., the man who shot this video, said he banged on the neighbors' doors to let them know the trees had caught fire. Thankfully, the fire didn't spread to the houses.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
In late 2021, the world watched in awe as a volcanic eruption on the Spanish island of La Palma in the Canary Islands unfolded before their eyes. The eruption at the Cumbre Vieja volcanic ridge, which lasted for nearly 3 months between the 19th of September to the 13th of December, was the longest known and most damaging volcanic eruption on the island since records began. Multiple videos show the full scale of the disaster.
Wow.
From the sky, you can see the lava encroaching on entire homes and neighborhoods. Back on land, lava blocks entire streets.
There's nothing you can do there, is
No,
there?
absolutely nothing. No, absolutely unstoppable, isn't it? Look at that. Wow.
The lava flow, which covered over 1,000 hectares, led to the evacuation of approximately 7,000 people. At its peak, it was about 3.5 kilometers wide, about 6.2 kilometers long, and reached the sea, destroying over 3,000 buildings and cutting the coastal highway. The town of Todoque, along with its easternmost neighborhood Los Campitos, was completely destroyed by lava, which also reached La Laguna, a town within the municipality of Los Llanos de Aridane. Recovery has begun since the eruption stopped, but there's no telling how long that'll take.
There's just no cleanup from that, is there? There's like...
It is what it is. It's a completely different landscape that should be there forever.
I think there's quite a few volcanoes around that area, isn't there? And I think that's one of the least or less inhabited islands, La Palma.
Right.
Isn't it? So you've got things like Tenerife, Gran Canaria.
Yeah.
So like places there as well, which is quite a volcanic area.
Absolutely. Well, I think they are volcanic islands, aren't they? It's just they've like black beaches, haven't they? Like Tenerife and stuff like that. So it's the region for it, isn't it? But yeah, they're absolutely frightening volcanoes. Nothing you can do about them.
No.
Nothing at all.
Just get out of the way and then just watch everything burn.
Yeah, from
exactly.
A long distance.
Yeah.
Back on May 6th of 2016, a sinkhole suddenly opened up on a busy street in the city of Ankara, Turkey, swallowing a car along with it. A vacuum truck was then brought in to help clear the water to allow rescue workers to extract the car. Well, things didn't go according to plan. CCTV footage shows the moment the vacuum truck also goes plunging into the sinkhole. Look carefully at the top of the screen. At first, workers were almost oblivious. Video shot afterwards shows the full scale of the disaster. The truck is stuck pointing straight up out of the hole while workers scratch their heads at what exactly to do about it. One shot shows just how big the sinkhole is on the road and how it's much deeper than it may first appear. Finally, crews bring in a crane and begin to rig wire and chain around the truck. It appears the plan is to lift it out. With the truck firmly anchored to the street and all the harnesses attached, the rescue operation begins.
You know, if you're standing around there, you're not
Stood
thinking,
a little bit closer,
listen, this could go as well. I mean, when you look at the size of the hole, I'd be absolutely nowhere near it.
My thing is like the guy in the high-vis vest at the front here, he's a little bit closer than wires as well. One of them should snap and it rolls out because the truck will roll that way then.
Yeah, it would do, without a doubt. If you're in the crane as well, I mean, you just think that the weight there, you think, geez, I mean, anything could go there again, couldn't it? Wow.
Slow and steady wins the race, but in the end, the truck was safely removed. We're not too sure what happened to the sinkhole, but hopefully they were more cautious when filling it back up.
Weird.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, June 17th of 2009, citizens of the western part of Aurora, Nebraska were caught off guard when a tornado suddenly appeared. The storm started at the intersection of Highway 34 and Road G and then tracked eastward along US Highway 34 for 5 miles before lifting. One storm chaser happened to be in the right place at the right time and caught the storm as it began.
Get everybody in the car. Then a field right next to us.
So
there.
ominous, doesn't it?
Yeah, just a bit.
Actually, I don't want anybody out of the car. No, back in the car. Back in the car. We're going to get hit with 100-mile-an-hour winds.
As the tornado forms, our cameraman makes sure to keep a safe distance. Not long after, it begins to really take shape.
Yeah.
Tornado!
That's incredible, that. To look at that.
You got to be ready to jump in a second just in case it turns.
It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, huge.
With the tornado quickly growing in size, all our cameraman can do is sit back and watch as it crosses the road ahead of him and rapidly intensifies.
Holy crap!
Wow.
His car's way down the road there as well, isn't it?
Violent
A lot
tornado!
closer.
Violent tornado!
A bit long on me.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because I bet those things can shift a bit, can't they?
A lot of people can't outrun the tornado, I don't think.
No.
That's crazy.
Just look at it though.
I know, yeah.
Just look at the scale of that spinning vortex. The National Weather Service assessment teams later surveyed the damage and classified the tornado as an EF2, with winds between 111 and 135 miles per hour. The tornado struck a farmhouse about 4 miles west of Aurora, causing the most significant damage. The house's roof was removed and walls collapsed, and outbuildings were destroyed, while crops, trees, and power poles were damaged. Additionally, about a dozen railroad train cars were overturned northeast of the farmstead. The tornado lasted for about 18 minutes and appeared to at least be a quarter-mile wide at some points. However, despite the damage caused, there were thankfully no injuries reported. Well, that's all we have for you today.
Wow.
But if you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, then be sure to click the link on screen now.
See, we don't get tornadoes like that, so for us, we just think run away. But if it's a regular occurrence where you live,
hunker down, innit?
You'd have to do something like that. You'd have to be pretty confident and experienced to know which way it's going to go. You know,
I don't think anyone knows that.
No, I'm not sure they do.
No, I didn't know whether there was
I don't think there's any kind of pattern.
I said, right, okay. So if they're unpredictable, then I'd be out there.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be out there. I think the case is hunker down. I think that's what they advise, isn't it?
If you can, I guess so. Getting a cellar or something, I suppose, the safest place, isn't it?
Yeah.
But when you look at that, that's only there was one recently, wasn't it? It was like, was it 2 mile wide?
Something like that, yeah.
And travel for a few hundred miles.
Yeah.
But they go relatively slow, don't they? I think the big ones.
Well, I think they say that was an EF2. I don't know what is the EF5 the highest.
I'm not sure. I think
it goes that way, doesn't it? People let us know what's on that. We don't, like I say, we don't get them over here, so we're not really familiar with them. I've only seen them on here, and I think it's one of the most amazing things to see.
It's crazy.
It's devastating and amazing things to see.
To watch them is absolutely incredible. You know, nature just doing that.
When you think, winds of 111 plus miles an hour, but you're watching it really slowly form over time.
It's the way it forms and all that. And
it just looks so ominous, doesn't it? With the darkness as well, the way it starts moving and
everything about it looks wrong.
Doesn't it?
As if like, how is that even happening?
Yeah. Absolutely incredible. People still live there as well, don't they? These places where they start.
You've got to live. The people have got to live somewhere. I know it's not populated in places like. I always associate Oklahoma. I don't know, if someone says to me, "What's the first thing that springs to your mind with Oklahoma?" I always think tornadoes.
Yeah. But I assume a lot of farming and stuff like that goes on there. So big spaces. But
they're not massively populated like like Los Angeles or New York City or Boston.
Yeah, you wouldn't build like a massive city there, I guess, would you?
No,
so it'd be an absolute mess. Wow.
But they just look so wrong, don't they?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
It's one of the most terrifying things you probably ever encounter in your life, I think.
As a natural thing. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's got to be.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.